The new family moved in 3 houses down. Normal at first. Parents, 1 kid, quiet, kept to themselves. That's fine. That's how most people are. Then their son said something to me. First time we met, looked straight at me and said, "You still check the back door twice before bed." My name's Aaron Cole, 35. I work as a delivery coordinator for a warehouse outside Columbus. Routine job, routine life. Same street for 5 years, same neighbors. Nothing unusual. That's why the new family stood out. Not because they were strange, because they weren't. They fit too easily, like they'd always been there. The parents are Mark and Elise Turner, early 40s. Mark works remote, some kind of consulting. Elise stays home. Their son, Noah Turner, 9 years old. Quiet kid, polite, too observant maybe. They moved in at the end of summer. No moving truck. That was the first thing I noticed. Just 2 cars, a sedan and an SUV, packed full. That's it. No boxes left outside, no furniture deliveries. By the next morning, the house looked fully set up, lights on, curtains hung, like they'd been there for weeks already. I told myself they planned ahead. Pre-shipped everything. That made sense. That was normal. I met them 2 days later. Out front, I was taking out the trash. Mark waved first, friendly, introduced himself. Elise smiled, didn't say much. Then Noah stepped forward, looked straight at me, didn't smile, didn't blink much either. "You still check the back door twice before bed." That's what he said, just like that. Calm, certain. I laughed, because that's what you do. "You got cameras or something?" I said it like a joke. He didn't react, just kept looking at me, then said, "No." That was it, no explanation, no follow-up, just no. I felt that shift, small, but there. Because that's not something you guess, that's not something you see from outside. I've never told anyone that, not even friends. It's just a habit. Something I do without thinking. Check once, walk away, then go back. Check again, every night, same pattern. I told myself it was coincidence. Kids say things. They pick up on small details. Maybe he saw me once. That made sense. That was normal. I went inside, locked the door, checked it once, walked away, then went back, checked it again, same as always. But this time, it didn't feel like a habit anymore. It felt watched. The next few days, nothing else happened. No comments, no weird behavior. They waved when they saw me. Normal neighbors. That should have settled it. It didn't. Because I started noticing things. Small details. Things that didn't line up. Their house. It was always quiet. No TV sounds. No footsteps. Nothing. Even at night. Lights on. But no movement behind the windows. I told myself they were just quiet people. That made sense. That was normal. Then one evening, I got home late, around 10 p.m. Dark outside, street empty. I parked, got out of the car, and I saw him, Noah, standing on their front lawn, facing my house, not moving, just standing there. I hesitated, then called out, "Hey buddy, everything okay?" He didn't answer right away, just kept looking at my house, then said, "You forgot the second check yesterday." I felt my chest tighten, because he was right, I had. For the first time in years, I only checked it once, and I hadn't told anyone. I hadn't even thought about it until that moment. I looked at him, trying to read his face, trying to find something normal. There wasn't anything, just that same calm expression. Then he added, "Something noticed." I didn't respond to him. I couldn't, because I didn't know what that meant. Something noticed. That's not something a kid says. Not like that. Not without explaining it. I went inside, locked the door, checked it once, walked away, then went back. Checked it again. Harder this time. Pulled on the handle. Made sure it held. That should have been enough. It wasn't. Because now I was thinking about it. About what he said. About what I missed. I stayed up that night. Longer than usual. Kept the TV on. Volume low. Just to fill the space. Every few minutes. I looked toward the back door. Nothing moved. Nothing changed. Just the same quiet. That should have settled it. It didn't. Because around midnight, I heard something. From the kitchen. A soft click. I froze, listened. Nothing. I told myself it was the house. Old frame. Temperature shift. That made sense. That was normal. Then it happened again, Clearer this time. The sound of the lock. Turning. Slow. Careful. From the inside. I stood up. Walked toward the kitchen. Each step felt heavier than it should. Like I was already too late. I reached the doorway. Stopped. Because I could see the handle. Moving. Slightly. Like someone was testing it. From the other side. I stepped back. Heart catching up now. Because that doesn't happen. That's not possible. The lock is on my side. No one can turn it from outside. I told myself it was pressure, air, something mechanical. That made sense. That was normal. Then the handle turned fully. The door clicked, unlocked. I didn't touch it. I know I didn't. The door opened. Just an inch. Enough to see outside. Dark. Empty. No one there. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. Then, from behind me, a voice. Soft. Familiar. The kid. Noah. You didn't check it the second time tonight. I turned. Fast. Too fast. Nothing there. Of course there wasn't. The kitchen was empty. Same as before. I looked back at the door. Still open. Still dark outside. I closed it. Locked it again. Checked it twice. 3 times. Didn't matter. Because I already knew. Something had changed. The next morning, I went outside. Walked straight to their house. Knocked on the door. Mark answered. Same as before. Calm. Friendly. Everything okay? He asked. I nodded. Forced it. Yeah, just wanted to ask. Your son. He tilted his head slightly. My son. Noah, I said. He was outside late last night. Mark frowned, just slightly, then said, Aaron, we don't have any children. I stared at him, waiting for him to correct himself, to laugh, to explain it. He didn't. Elise appeared behind him. Same calm expression, same stillness. She just shook her head. Slow. No children. I didn't argue. I couldn't. Because something else clicked instead. Something I should have noticed earlier. Something small. The house. Their house. Every time I've looked at it, every time I've seen the lights on, I've never seen a third silhouette. Only 2. I went back home, locked the door, checked it twice, sat down, tried to think, tried to make sense of it. That's when I saw it. On my kitchen counter, a piece of paper. I didn't leave it there. I know I didn't. I walked over, picked it up. It was a drawing. Simple, childlike. My house, front view, windows, door, and inside, a figure. Standing in the kitchen, facing the back door. And behind that figure, another one, taller, just a shape. No details. Watching. I turned the paper over. There was writing on the back. Careful, precise, not a child's handwriting. You only get 1 warning. I stood there for a long time, looking at it, trying to figure out when it got inside, trying to remember if I had left the door open, if I had missed something, anything that made sense. There wasn't anything. I folded the paper, set it back down on the counter, walked to the back door, checked it once, locked, checked it again, still locked. I stepped back, just a little, enough to see the whole door, the handle, the frame, everything. That's when it moved, not the lock, not the handle, something else, a shift, at the edge of the frame, like something pressed against it. From the inside, I didn't breathe, didn't move, because I understood something then, something I should have understood earlier. It wasn't trying to get in, it never was, it was waiting, for me to stop checking, and right behind me, soft, careful, a voice, not the kid this time, lower, closer, matching my tone exactly. You missed one.